A warm welcome to you all. Without further delay, we are pleased to introduce your new manager.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a brand new series, Chesterfield Korea Mode, a League 2 English team. We are going to take them all the way to the Premier League. I know it's going to take a while, so the formatting of this video or this series will be a little bit different, more of a hybrid mode. Of course, right now, as you guys can probably hear me, this is more of a post-commentary type of video, and we just kind of, talk. We haven't been, or at least I haven't been, uploading a lot because I've been taking a break. Arguably, this is my fourth career mode. We started the Arsenal career mode, which we failed. We got fired, and I started a brand new series called the Crystal Palace career mode. It took me 6 seasons to complete that by, at least winning all major trophies at least once. And of course, we went on to down to the south of Spain. We went to I forgot the name, Cordoba career mode, which is a League 2 or second division team in the La Liga division, and that one's way too easy. I believe I finished the career mode within 3 seasons, and I thought, you know what, the game wasn't quite fun anymore. It's a little bit, it's fun to win games, but at the same time, I can't really find that struggle, can't really find that balance, and I thought, it's time for me to kind of step aside and, just have fun playing with the career mode. So I started a new career mode, Arsenal career mode, just kind of do it on my side, for fun, and I was just trying different way to make the game a little bit more competitive, more realistic. And I think after 4 seasons with Arsenal, I think I won all the major trophies, and I thought, whatever I was playing in the Arsenal career mode, it kind of worked well for the future career mode. So I thought, I'm just going to use the same setting from what I had in the Arsenal career mode to bring it over here to make sure the level, the difficulty are, it's competitive enough and realistic enough. So what I did, which I will talk about that later, is changing the simulation into dynamic. So, there are games where it's going to be difficult. There are games where it's going to be relatively easy, depends on the team. And yeah, that's pretty much, why I stepped aside, but I'm happy to be back for sure. So Chesterfield, so why would I choose this team? I'm going to give you a very default type of answer. It's the fact that, I live on a street called Chesterfield Avenue. And I thought, what? I believe there is a team called Chesterfield all the way down in League 2. And this is the team that I found. Well, it is going to be a long one, like I said. So at the same time, this is going to be my last career mode in FIFA, or not FIFA, FC 25. So I thought, let's go out and have a bit of a fun one, and we gotta make sure we challenge ourselves as well. So as you can see, the current budget is currently £11 million. As you all know, I believe the starting budget is 1.2 million, but I've injected another extra 10 million, so we can use that money to invest in some of the in the scouting department. So I have to hire 3 scouts. It's hard to find a 5-star scout at the start. You just got to make sure whether you're gonna find the right one or not. But the best one we found, we get 4-star experience, 5-star judgment, which is totally fine. I just want to get it going. So I sent the scouts to Sweden, England, and Belgium. There's no particular reason why I've gone for those countries. It's just the fact that I feel like, I love Belgian players. I like Swedish player. But the fact that UK in general, England, has a very diverse, footballing background of different people, different nationality coming together. So I thought, I'm just going to send 1 scout locally to England, and then pretty much the rest of Europe. And of course, when time comes, I'm sure we're going to send, bunch of reports out, bunch of scouts to different countries. So again, this is just only the start. I might be sending one of them to Canada, one to, somewhere in Africa, Nigeria. That's a very popular location. Maybe send one to Japan. To make sure that we diversify the team a little bit, just to include a little bit more different nationality. So as you can see, we have a big squad. We're doing a 4-1-4-1 formation. I have done, I love to play around with the formation, making sure that I get to test out a little bit. I believe last time I was a 4-3-3. This one's more of a defensive, more of a tactical side. of the career mode. So yeah, I'm trying to inject what Arsenal did into this team by, kind of playing 3 holding midfielders in a way and 2 wide players. But again, in terms of wide wingers, I'm not doing that. Instead, I'm using wide midfielders to kind of compensate that. I want to make sure we have a good defensive and midfield, that type of a foundation in the squad. And of course, we extended quite a lot of players. I believe I've counted maybe at least 10 players, the contract coming to an end. So I either have to sell some of them and have to extend some of them, even though I realized that maybe I should not have extended a couple of them. But again, we signed 2 players already. We signed a right back, Noyo, I believe. So the other one is a Marte, who played with Leicester City a while ago, entering the free agency. I think he's 29-year-old. I think he has, good experience for us, especially in the back. We got to make sure defensively we have to be up for it. And again, we receive a pretty good offer for our wide midfielder, our right winger. I believe he might be the most expensive player in our team. So I wasn't thinking about selling, but the fact that we were able to bring in cash and use that cash to, sign players that are decent enough to help the team to grow. And by the way, we signed a very good young player, which we will talk about that later, Hans Magnussen. And also you can see we have signed a couple of very, very good young talents. But unfortunately, they're 15-year-old, not quite hitting that 16-year-old mark again. As we all know, once you hit 16, you're able to hit that professional contract. But there you go, Hans Magnussen, 17-year-old, potential 76 to 94, 6 foot, can play as a central defensive midfielder. And I'm loving this guy already. I feel like he is going to be, well, as I predicted, has potential to be special. And we look at the stats here. A very physical player, can play as a holding central defensive midfielder. That's exactly what we need in the defensive department. And he already kind of building a sort of plays out that type of trait. So, pretty much he's ready to go. 66 rated, slotting right down to the team as well. So right now, as of right now, we sold 7 players, which kind of raised the funds a little bit. But at the same time, we just got to make sure we don't overspend it. And we also got another great play, Connor Nash. Still very, very short, 5'1", 13-year-old. We are not going to bring in, we're not going to bring him into the conversation for the next 3 years. But we hit the free agency market again. Alexander Nazarenko, the Ukrainian wide player. I try not to abuse the free agency market system. We all know in my last career mode, I signed a lot of good, decent free agents to make sure we get it going. And we did. But at the same time, I don't want to source that, so I kind of minimize myself into doing 2 for this season, especially because we've got some really good Mexican players, Ukrainian players, and of course Siach, the former Chelsea player, was also in the system as well. Depay was in there. Of course, we all know both of those players are not going to play in League 2, per se, right? So here's our first game against Morecambe, I believe so. And just like that, 4 minutes in, starting his new life in England. And guess what? Nazarenko scores first goal. It was as simple as tap in, making sure we score our first goal. And later on, it's more of a defensive action pack. Again, we got nothing offering forward at times, so we just have to make sure defensively we're doing our job by making sure not to concede. And we got another one as well. Young sets it up to Sheffield, I believe so. Again, I'm still trying to learn these players, by the way. When I start a new series, I always tell everyone, we're here to learn about one another. I don't know all the players. I don't know the names at times. I don't know, their best position. We're all here to learn. By the way, we signed Jake Young from Stevenage, I believe so. Again, the players that I've signed, Noyle and also Jake Young, they're down to the last year of the contract, which means we can get that, sweet little deal, maybe 200K off per deal. But as of right now, we signed 4 really, really good players, 4 to 5 good players. And later on, 70th minute, and what a great play there. I mean, it would have been amazing if we scored that goal. But so far, 2-1, and we are on course to score to get our first win. But Defensively, still struggling a little bit. Offensively, try to score as many goals as possible, but what a way to start the season by winning our first game 2-1. And funny enough, next thing we know, Aston Villa came in with the offer £2.2 million for Magnuson. In all honesty, I mean, in reality, if a young player receives a big bid from Premier League, of course they're going to go. But for this one, for the purpose of Youth Academy, because this is what we're going to focus on, Youth Academy. And yeah, I'm not gonna accept the deal. Maybe a couple years down the line, but I think as of right now, Madison is going to be our prime player. Like, he is our golden boy. He is the second highest rated in the team, alongside with Nasichenko. And later on, 57 minutes in, and as we talk about Nasichenko, he has scored his second goal of the season. 2 games, 2 goals, but this time we're playing against Sunderland. We're expecting a little bit more of a tougher game. We expect them to score, to be honest, because they're in the Premier League. They're certainly good enough in Championship. But right now, 92 minutes in, last ditch of attack by Sunderland. And they're just going to pass the ball around. Again, we just got to make sure we get the ball that way. But what a block by Amarte to force that into a corner. And this is certainly the last kick of the game. Isidore is about to take that corner. Everybody's on their feet. Corner coming in with the header. Poor defensive header back. I think it was Amarte slicing the ball back. If not, the Canadian Palpel sliced the ball back. But thank God the opposition missed the chance. And there you go. That's our first episode. Like I said, it is going to be more of a hybrid mode. As of right now, I'm just going to do a post commentary for a while until we hit Championship or even the Premier League. Then I will start doing live commentary. You got to make sure the first couple of seasons in League 1 and League 2 got to be a quick one, because if I don't do that, I'm sure I have some, vacation plans later on. So I still want to get this out on a daily basis if I can. No guarantee, put it that way. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in a bit.